Here we go. Oh my gosh, I'm a hot mess. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do this. I'm taking a break from a commercial shoot in between shot and a set change. So I'm gonna try and knock this out, and away we go. Hey everybody, my name is Rita Slanina. I am an actress, author, lifestyle content creator, and your shopping bestie over at Amazon Live. And today we are going to do an absolutely overdue, definitely late, mid-year, not a freak out, but secretly I'm totally freaking out, author update tag for 2025. Woo, yeah! First of all, I want to thank you, like mad crazy, Mama Magie. Thank you for tagging me in your video. Her channel I'm going to put in the description below, and I'm coming to you from the new official Authortube channel. The new Authortube channel here. Yeah, I don't know why I repeated that. But her channel will be Penumbra Mine MM Ward. For those of you who have not yet discovered this amazing person, I love and adore her so much. She knows. I dote. Okay, so it has taken me 2 weeks to even see this mention. I'm really sorry. I didn't realize I need to check my mentions. There's kind of a list going. So I'm going to make sure I do that. So let's get to number 1. Did you set any writing goals at the beginning of the year? What were they? Are you on track? The only writing goal I set for 2025 was for songwriting, actually, and not my actual books. I do have a book writing goal for 2026. That will be Harbor Excursions 3 in November. I will write that. And then for camp, doesn't exist anymore, Nano. I will be in April. I want to sit down and get a nonfiction that has been on my plate that I've been wanting to write for a long time. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not. That might get pushed, or Harbor Excursions 3 might get pushed to 2027. But those are my goals for next year and the following. But this year, the goal was to get into the recording studio and get a new album, Christmas album, written and recorded and published. I am not on track. So the answer would be I have actually been booking a lot of acting work and commercials, and I am super grateful for it. And but that does sort of force me to hit the brakes on any goals that I do everywhere else, and that doesn't just apply to writing. But yeah, so I am not on track. Sad face. Number 2, if not already covered, what are you currently working on, and how much writing have you done? Oh, hold on. What are you currently working on, and how much writing have you done so far this year? My WIP. I don't have one. I need to write. I am writing, but like I said, for novels, books, that's not till 2025. I am writing blog posts. I am writing copy for social media, and most of my writing has been for descriptions in YouTube videos. And if you are an indie author and you do social media and you have an Authortube channel, which I know most of my friends here do, you feel the plight of what is happening. I feel like I end up writing far more post-book writing for anything and everything else, and not actual sitting down writing my books. So I think that answers it. Number 3, have you reached any milestones so far this year? Can be word count, stages in a project, or any other events in the life of a writer. Oh, I launched Harbor Excursions 2 this year, which was a goal, in my novella series. through a Kickstarter campaign. I was super scared to death to do that, but with the love and support of Shannon, Esty Houston, and Devin over at Devin Gambrell Clark, we all read this book together by Russell Nohelty, getting your book on Kickstarter, selling your book on, what was the name of that book? And Monica Leonel, I think they co-wrote that, I believe. I hope I'm not wrong on that. I'll probably find that out in editing. I edit this before I post it. Anyway, I'm trying to just like run this like live right here in between shots, so forgive me. Okay, so yeah, that would be a milestone, and it funded successfully, which thank you. And now the next milestone for that will be to hit fulfillment, which has actually been quite stressful, but I'm staying positive, and we're going to get it done. So that would be the answer to that. Number 4, what does your writing routine look like right now, if you have one? Sad face. I don't have one right now. Has it changed significantly from the previous year? Yes, it has changed significantly because I am in the publishing portion of this fairy tale. And what that means for those of you who don't know, if you know, you know, so I don't have to explain it. But if you don't know, that basically means all the writing has ceased, except for the aforementioned in one of the previous questions. And I am in the publishing phase. And that means I am basically working on all the technical aspects, business aspects, and behind the scenes fundamentals of getting the book to market. So that takes a lot of time. We haven't even gotten to the advertising yet once it goes live on all the major retailers. But first and foremost, I will be making sure I get my Kickstarter backers taken care of first and foremost. And then after that, more publishing. And some of this is going on concurrently. So it's a little bit stressful because you're kind of juggling. You're juggling things. And since my last book that I published, which was the songwriting book, it's been a few years since I published that, as well as some fillable journals, low content type stuff. So the process feels, I'm clunky. It's very clunky, and that has taken up my time. So I do not have a writing routine right now. The only thing I can say that I am writing right now, like I said in the other question, which I kind of already answered that, I'm writing blog posts, I'm writing copy for social media. So that's what, are you happy with it? If not, what would you want it to look like? I'm not unhappy with it. I'm despondent. I don't really have feelings on this. I don't have feelings about this. I believe it is what it is, and I'm just working through the process. So I would want it to look like I'm back to a writing routine, which typically involves me writing consistently 4 hours every morning, right when I get up. That's typically what my writing routine, when writing a book, that is what it looks like. And I'm pretty good about keeping to that. So let's see. Number 5, have you encountered any good resources about writing? Have you encountered any good resources about writing? Yes. Gosh, so many. Buddy Reed this year, or was it last year? Can't remember. With a few other writers, was Sean Coyne's book. Oh dear me, what is it? Let me go grab it. It's so good, I can't remember the title. Oh dear Lord, where are you? Where is this book? It's not even in my... Oh, it is. It's right in front of me. If it was a snake, it would have bit me, friends. This is unconventional. I'm doing this as we go here. Okay, the story grid. What good editors know. I think this is a good book on writing, mostly for the editing process, but with editing does come sometimes a lot of rewrites. So I think that's a good one. It's very technical, and I'm not necessarily technical, so it's a heavy read for me. But if you are a hyper technical type of person, it'll be an easy read for you. The other one is a book nobody knows about, I think. Obviously, a mainstream writer, Jenna O'Malley, How I Write, which basically is her processes of how she writes. And I mean, that's pretty basic and it's pretty self-explanatory what it's about. But she talks about revising and editing, her process for that in here. And disciplined essentials. I like this part, actually. This part's one of my favorites, where she says, write something every day, even if it means getting just a few sentences on the screen. This is how I approach editing, by the way, because I hate editing. Anyway, great book. So those would be some good books I would recommend for good resources about writing. There's so many more out there too, you guys, but those are just the two that pop into my head right away. So number 6, if you write with a playlist, what is your current go-to songs to get into writing mode? I don't write with a playlist. I write in complete silence. I'm too easily distracted. So no. However, from time to time, I will definitely be in live streams, some of my friends' live streams for writing and productivity. Absolutely. And oftentimes during our Pomodoro focus sprint times, I love when there's no music. And if I have to mute it because maybe my friend has music on their screen for their Pomodoro timer, I will just mute it, but then sometimes I forget, and then they're gone, and then I forgot because then I'm in the throes of the imaginary magic. Number 7, toughest moment related to your writing so far this year. I agree with Mama Magie on this, 100. Not being able to write, being in the post-writing phase of publishing a book and all the things that entails, which I mentioned earlier. So yeah, I mean, we're editing. Well, I mean, we're not editing anymore. We're publishing where you have to go from platform to platform. You've got to make sure your schematics, is that the right word, for your book formatting is correct per platform, per format needed per platform, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, toughest moment relating to my writing so far would be not being able to write like stories, and it's mania in this office when I'm writing my books. So there are some videos. I'm going to be moving to this channel, so I don't know if I've done it yet. They'll be on the main channel still if you've seen this today as it's posted, but if you're watching this later down the road in the future, there's going to be a playlist where I am definitely going to have that video moved to this channel, where I have myself in the throes of what used to be a NaNoWriMo, and how I write and what it looks like. And it's a mess. It's lots of post notes, post-it cards all over the wall. It's string theory, mapping. It's paper all over the floor. I'm writing on my computer. I'm not actually physically typing out paper, but somehow this is the mess that is what my writing process looks like. So stay tuned. But I do miss that. That's the part I love about writing. It's my chaos that only I am in. So that's my best memory relating to any writing that I do. But there's no memory at the moment, because for this particular year, because I wrote novella 2, book 2, and had those throes of passion in the writing aspects last year. So okay, so that'll be kind of like 7 and 8 mixed together. I think I just mixed together question 8 with question 7. So anyway, question number 9. Something important that you've learned or advice for your future self. Let me move this so I can reread this properly. Oh, one question. Hold on. There we go. Something important that you've learned or advice for your future self can be very practical about the craft or more broadly about your own practice. Something important that you've learned or advice for your future self. Ignore the naysayers, mind your own business. And when you get into write, or anything you want to work on, it could be writing, it could be writing, it can be multitasking what you need to do, it could be maybe you're super busy, whatever it is. What most important thing I would say besides those two I just mentioned is have boundaries and stay focused by maintaining those boundaries. And if you live with other people, family or friends want to pop in or whatever, saying no a lot, it's kind of stinky. It's not the most fun thing. I don't like saying no to people. But if you just say, hey, you don't tell them, I have this boundary, shove off. I say, I would love to help you with that. Let me finish what I'm working on and I'll get to you when I'm done. That's probably the most important thing I've learned or advice for my future self, because from time to time I can still backslide into just leaving my task or my writing and end up context switching, getting distracted, and not finishing what I start. So that would be my advice. Number 10, what would you like to accomplish with your writing during the second half of the year? For 2025? Jenna, oh my gosh, I don't know. Writing. I want to get to some writing at all. I guess what I would like to accomplish with my writing would be the songwriting. That has been very clunky, and the approach I'm taking to get back into that is getting in some Sunday sessions that I'm going to post. Usually if I have to post something, that is a really good swift kick in the pants. Oh my gosh, I can't talk today. I've had either too much coffee or not enough. The swift kick in the pants is usually something I have to post, and having that deadline and that pressure. I work really well under pressure. I believe I got that from being raised with a really hyper work oriented, goal oriented family growing up. I was a competitive gymnast growing up. My father has always been a self-starter, a business owner, and you meet your deadlines by creating a lot of pressure for yourself. So for me, that's just what I grew up with. That does not work for everybody. I would not tell anybody to do that if that would not benefit them mentally or emotionally, health-wise, because that does not work for everybody. It does work for me though. And I would definitely say I would like to get to my songwriting. That's the writing I would like to get accomplished in the second half of the year. I know we're kind of moving into the third or fourth quarter at this point, but that's what would be nice. That would be nice. 11, tag other writers, play if you want, but I choose you. Okay. I don't know who's been chosen yet because I missed Jenna's video. I'm going to have to go back and write that video. But without knowing, which is kind of part of the fun, I'm going to tag Shannon, SD Houston, Devin, over at Devin Gambrell Clark. And do we pick 3? How many do we pick? It looks like we picked 3. And then my third choice would be, let me think. Oh, I don't know. Was Emma chosen already? I'm not sure. And if your name didn't pop into my head, please don't get mad at me. Who do I want to pick? Who do I want to pick? Let's choose. Oh, I know. Let's choose Adishale. I haven't seen him around lately. So let's. I think Emma's been chosen. If Emma, you weren't chosen, I'm super sorry. But like, yeah, if you haven't been chosen yet, Emma Bennett. I'm choosing Emma Bennett and then Adishale also. So I'm going to pick four. I have 4 authors that I'm going to tag. So Shannon, Devin, Adishale, Emma Bennett, y'all are up. I tag you. You don't have to play. It took me a couple weeks. I'm like behind the 8 ball over here. So, so I think that's it. That's all I have to do, right? I don't think there's anything else. Thank you, Jenna O'Malley over at Jenna the Soul Writer's channel. I will tag her as well underneath here in the description and all the additional links going with this. I love and appreciate you all. Thanks for hanging here and listening to me on this tag. It was so honored and blessed to be tagged in the Authortube tag. This is super fun. Yay! Okay, I think that's it. Thank you for hanging with me. Again, I am Rita Slanina, actress, author, lifestyle content creator, and your bestie for shopping over on Amazon Live. I'm in the middle of a huge shuffle right now with my YouTube channel, the main one, but I intend on being over here for all things writing on this channel. So I'm excited to have you here, see you here, and thanks for coming. And please like and subscribe to the video. And I am going to send you out with my Harbor Excursions to the Offshore Accounts book trailer. So here you go. Bye. Thanks.